So this was written for someone who's not here today, but she's here with me, and I hope she's here with all of us in our hearts, Marion Kramer. And she's been doing this for a long time, and Maureen Taylor asked me to do something for Marion Kramer. And it took me a long time, and it's Kay and I were working on it, just getting it down. So we finally got it down to 8 minutes, and I thank you for 8 minutes of your time. And I apologize if you're not high or otherwise inebriated. This is called the Marches of Marion. A slave afraid to use a weapon remains a slave. My pen is a weapon used to design this protest poem, Mi Corrido, my poem about oppression, an encomium to Mrs. Marion Kramer, who, like Fannie Lou Hamer, pumped blood into the heart of the social justice movement for more years of her life than not. She has marched, sat, been cuffed, been jailed persistently for more than 50 years. She has already won, but her race is not done. Politicians dodge fighting and claim flat feet, or pay a doc to say their back is bent. Marion marches with a wounded knee, therefore she has more courage than the president. This is a testament to a lifetime spent in the service of people denied benefits, but in no way suggest her retirement, for Marion must march. Her race is not done. Born in Baton Rouge, loud and proud to the core, she made her way to the League of Revolutionary Black Workers and found an army of peers. All she needed was a general. Because we're fighting an enemy who does not believe that people united will never be divided. They are deluded that America's greatest problem is tainted ethnicity, and they think they can solve it with a wall. There is a lack of passion in the hearts of politicians who do not fight for us to have a better future or any future, who refuse to fight for welfare rights, for water rights, for human rights, or for justice denied a generation of children who will grow up brain damaged by the Flint River. In the 1930s, welfare meant, are you doing well? How do you fare? We want you to fare well. But in 2020s, that term is no longer respectable or acceptable. Welfare has been bastardized into a derogatory term for that which is poor and undesirable, a term for ugly Americans. Go back to your crap hole countries. But this is our crap hole country. We are the persistent minority who will always be here because we built this country. Our blood reddens the flag, and our toil is the soil from which grows the American dream.
Say that.
Marion must march because water is the next gold, and they have us kill off each other over an ounce of it. We need a Water Affordability Act. We need a march in D.C. with the Poor People's Campaign. We need a UN resolution that says water is a human right, and we need hope. Because sometimes we think it doesn't matter who's in the White House. What concerns us are red-bottom shoes, and for how many seasons will our sports team lose, and who has the best chicken sandwich? Marion must march, because right now it's every fool for himself out there. It's like a land of fools run by a clown in full makeup and costume. Quit waiting for slave reparation checks. They are not coming. The closest we'll get to 40 acres are reruns of Green Acres. You'll be amazed at how little this land we love loves us back. Marion must march, and thereby encourage us all to fight for our own interests, even as soldiers fall in the struggle. Fight, even as generals fall in the struggle. Fight, even as leaders fall in the struggle. Fight and honor them with our actions. Marion must march, because worse things, unspeakable evils, are just over the horizon. What do you call it when climate change causes a scarcity of resources and the poor are written off as acceptable losses? We are in a matrix we did not make. We were only considered 2/3 of man when they designed it, and women couldn't vote at all, too busy getting drowned for heresy and witchcraft. Lock her up, lock her up, lock her up. Men still call for an uppity woman's arrest because a system cannot fail those it was never meant to protect. This system is a matrix of greed, and everything children see or hear in their lives teaches them that greed works. That greed illustrates, captures, and encapsulates the American dream. If lobbyists fund hunting vacations for Supreme Court justices, if Congress have secret accounts in the Caymans, who is protecting the worker? When we work too much, they cut our hours. When we don't work enough, we lose our benefits. We live continually a paycheck or two from calamity, and we are living just enough for the city. Marion must march to ensure we are not splintered with non-issues, who uses what bathrooms, who can marry whom, and what pronouns to call them. All non-issues. The only issue is this oppressive and unnecessary poverty. Why are we broke in the richest nation on earth? Who's loving you is none of my business. I'm busy building a bunker for the rise of the machines. The machines are coming. The machines are here. Who hasn't been robocalled about a timeshare or an iPad or a free cruise by a machine? Who hasn't played a game on Facebook and almost lost all of their friends over some message virus that they didn't even send? Remember when the machines told Hawaii that South Korea was bombing them? And that the whole state had 15 minutes to shelter in place? Remember that other day when Trump texted every single American cell phone? Oh yeah, the machines are here. Machines don't need health care, smoke breaks, bathroom breaks, shift breaks, work training, schooling allowances, toilet tissue, napkins, parking spaces. Machines don't sexually harass you or send you cat memes. You want a lunch break? Machines don't eat lunch. Holiday pay? Machines don't take holidays. And they'll work right through the Sabbath. Every church in America should be marching with us on this because machines don't pay tithes. They don't pay no union dues. They don't need welfare or unemployment insurance. They don't need new knees. They don't fail drug tests. And this is what corporations love most about machines. Machines do not organize. That's why we need the Mrs. Marion Kramers of the world. And that's why Marion must march. And we should be there marching beside her for every time she has been fingerprinted for us, every time she carried a sign in the rain, every uncooked family dinner, every missed moment with a loved one, grown up or gone, every manual thrown at a supervisor who hid our benefits behind it, everyone she bailed out, every member added to the rolls of welfare rights, every student that she taught or inspired, and for every writer she gave the most powerful weapon of all, the ability to think critically. This is me, Corridos, my confession, my poem about oppression that I wrote with my red pen. I also call my weapon because a slave too afraid to use the weapon he has been given deserves to remain a slave. Thank you.